Welcome to today's Yoga Sculpt. My name is Nikki for those who don't know me. Today is a Sculpt class, so I do recommend you have some light weights. I will be using 4 pounds. You want to put them off to the top of the mat. If you don't have weights, you could also use some light water bottles, or you can do the exercises without the weights. Not a huge deal. But we're going to get started on our backs in Shavasana. We've got a 40-minute class, so we'll get some flexibility on and work some of our strength. Today we'll do a little more core and really focus on those arms. So let's just ground ourselves here. Taking a few big deep breaths. Just enjoying a little relaxation here. Just remember, we are moving. There'll be some dynamic exercises, so we want to keep our breath flowing in and out, nice and steady, helping control the heart rate and our movement. Just giving me one more big breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to pull both knees into our chest. We're just going to do a little rocking side to side here, massaging out that lower back, maybe the upper glute area. Just getting everything nice and open here. Maybe drawing some circles in that lower back. Just seeing how that feels. Making sure we're never in any pain. If you are, we always just back out of the pose a little bit. Switch directions if you're drawing circles, or just keep rocking side to side. Listening to your body, seeing what it wants and what feels good for it just today. Remember, we don't always have to do the same thing. All right, let's come to stillness. I'm going to put my left leg on the ground. I'm going to straighten my right leg up to the side. Just grab behind the hamstring, flex the toes. Just getting those hamstrings a little warmed up. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, pull a little deeper. One more big breath here. Good. I lied. Let's do one more breath. This feels good. Really straighten that leg. I'm going to cross that right ankle just above the left knee. Leave the feet on the ground. I'm going to let my legs fall over to the left side, bringing the right foot to the ground. Right knee points up, and maybe bringing my gaze over to the right side. Just a nice gentle spinal twist to start us off. Breathing into this twist, making sure that right knee is not collapsing down. We want it pointing straight up to the sky. The sole of the right foot should be on the mat. Just feeling this in that outer hip, outer thigh. One more big breath. Perfect. On that next inhale, let's pull everything back to center. Release the right foot back down to the ground. Let's straighten the left leg, grab behind the hamstrings, flex the toes. As you exhale, pull a little deeper into that hamstring stretch. Really working on straightening out that leg so we feel our leg stretching, reaching the heel to the sky. Good. One more big breath here. Taking it deep, taking it slow. I'm going to bend that knee, cross the left ankle, this time over the right knee. And let the legs fall over to the right. Left sole is on the ground. Left knee points up. As I just look to the left, hands can just come by your side. Maybe they're on your torso, keeping both shoulders on the mat. A gentle twist to start us off here. Breathing into your spine. Feeling the outer left side of the hip and thigh stretch. Last breath. When you're ready, inhale everything back to center. You're going to plant the left foot on the ground. You're going to reach the right arm up. When you're ready, just roll on your right side body, pressing yourself through up into a nice tabletop position. Knees below hips, hands below shoulders. We take a nice big inhale here. Go into a nice cow position. Lift the head, lift the tailbone as we sink the chest. Exhaling into cat, puffing up the spine, tuck the chin. Pressing through the hands, 2 more of each at your own breath pace if you'd like. Inhaling up. Lift that chin. Exhaling. Puffing the spine, feeling this in the upper back. 1 more of each. if you're a little ahead of me, we'll just meet in that nice neutral tabletop spine. Just gonna give it a breath here for everybody to catch up. And when you're ready, we're gonna curl the toes under, take an inhale. And on your next exhale, lift the hips into downward facing dog. Walk out that dog, pedal out those feet, pressing the chest towards the legs, letting the spine still be long. We're gonna do a few jackknives in a second. If you're not familiar with this little mini flow, you can just watch me for the first one. So let's come to some stillness. When you're ready, we're gonna inhale towards plank. Exhale, we're gonna go into a hovering child's pose. So the knees are hovering. And we're gonna inhale, explode to plank. So come with me, let's start in plank. Give me another big inhale here. Exhale, hovering child's. Inhale, explode. Hips should still be down, core tight. Keep repeating. Keep those arms and shoulders strong. Yes, your quads will be working a little bit. Get slowly back into that hovering child and explode up. One more. Hold your plank, hold your plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's just do one flow here. You can feel free to modify if you'd like. As you inhale, come to plank. You can always drop to those knees as we exhale down through chaturanga. Inhale, lifting just a little up dog or baby cobra. And exhale, work your way back into that nice downward dog. So this is where you're going to want to make sure your weights are handy at the top of your mat. When you're ready, inhale, lift the right heel up. Right heel up. I'm going to plant that right heel between my hands to that nice lunge position. While I'm in this lunge position, I'm going to grab both of my weights. Still framing my foot just like I would a lunge, trying to lengthen out here. Just nice, long, sinking those hips down. Remember, the front knee's going over the toes. Lengthen that stance. Core is tight on your next inhale. Let's come to rise. Relaxing those shoulders, turn the palms to face behind you. We're going to do some lunges, but we're also going to do some reverse flies. So when we're standing, we're going to lift our arms behind us. So start in this lifted position. Let's lunge down, release the arms. Coming back up, standing, lift the arms behind you. Good. Just follow this nice pace. Keep those shoulders relaxed. We're just lifting as far behind us as we can. Let's start going a little deeper in these lunges. That's it. 2 more. Last one. Stay up, stay up. Arms are behind. Let's pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Let's bring the hands to frame. That right leg, straighten the front right leg. If you can drop the back heel 45 degrees. If not, leave the heel up in this nice modified pyramid. Your weights can also be helpful as support. If you can't quite bring your hands to the ground, you can always bring them up on that long edge. But letting the head hang here. Good. One more big breath here. Good. So if your heel's on a 45 degree, bring your toes pointing back to forward. We're going to drop our back knee, hovering as much as we can. Keep the front leg straight and straighten the back leg. Okay, let's do 4 more of those. Drop the back leg, front leg stays straight, feet are on the ground. Up. You'll see how this changes and intensifies that hamstring stretch. Again, just go as low as you can without any pain. Last one. Good. Just hold the pyramid, 1 breath. Just going to move my weights to either side because we'll need them for the second side. I'm going to bring my hands to the ground and step it back into plank. Just breathe here. Drop those hips. Give me 1 more big inhale. As we exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. 1 more breath here. And as you take your next inhale, let's lift the left heel, reach to the sky, and then plant it between the hands, scissoring open the hips. Maybe find length. And again, we're going to grab those weights. Don't worry if you don't have weights. You can just do these exercises without weights. Sink those hips down. And on that next inhale, let's come to rise, lift the torso up, flat back. Same thing. So I'm going to flip my palms to face behind me. I'm going to lift my hands a little behind me, reverse fly. Here we go. Dip the back knee, release the arms. Stand it up, lift the hands. Good. So we're working the legs, we're working the shoulders, we're working the back. A little bit in those triceps as well. Remember, if you struggle with that balance, you can always grab onto something or just focus on the lunge. 4 more right here. 4, 3, 2. Last one, down and up. Release the hands back down. Oh, sorry, lift the hands up. Let's pulse it. Don't forget that pulse. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we can release. I'm going to hinge over, bring my hands to frame my feet, my left foot, straighten that left leg. So same thing, just see how this side feels. It may be a little more tight. You may need to use your weights to prop yourself up. If you can drop the back heel in that 45 degrees, you can here. If not, just keep yourself in that little slightly elevated position. Let the head hang here. Should be an intense hamstring stretch on that front leg. Just one more big breath here. All right, so remember, we're going to drop the back knee. So come with me, drop that back knee just as far as you can. Keep the front leg straight. Stand it up. 4 more. Don't go into any pain. 3, 2. Last one. Good. Just walk your weights just on the outside edge of your mat. We're going to plant our hands, bend your knee if you have to, and then step it back to plank again. Nice tight core here. Let's flow just for fun. Nice big inhale here. Exhale halfway down through chaturanga. Remember, modify if you need to. Inhale, lift up dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Lift the hips, drop the heels. Keep those quads engaged. Where our next sequence is going to be a little dynamic. Just remember what we do, because we're going to repeat this Warrior 2 sequence a few times. This time, as you inhale, lift the right heel up again, reach it to the sky, and then plant it between your hands. Pivot the back foot, 90 degrees, open up Warrior 2. So no weights for this sequence. So remember, if that front knee is going over your toes, we want to lengthen our stance. Gaze comes over those right fingertips. Exhale, melt. Good. Let's go into a nice side angle. Flip the palms to face the left side. We're just going to tilt forward so our right arm comes in front of the right leg. You can always support with the elbow on that thigh. So this one we're going to hold a little longer. If you want to try and bind here, you can. We're going to take that bottom arm. You're going to turn your elbow, bring it behind you, so when it comes to your tush, the palm is facing away, and your top arm tries to clasp it. Otherwise, we can just stay here in this nice side angle. Good. Just one more breath here. For those in the bind, let's release that bind. Nice big inhale here. Let's come back to Warrior 2. Keep the hips down. Let's reverse it as we exhale. Right arm reaches up. Good. Inhale, Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, palms face the left. Let's exhale, triangle pose. Sliding that right hand down the right leg, left arm reaches up. Inhale, Warrior 2, arms, keep the front leg. Exhale, reverse triangle. Good. Inhale, proper Warrior 2, full Warrior 2. We're going to do that one more time. Exhale, sink deeper. Let's flip the palms to face the left. Side angle. Right arm comes right leg, left arm reaches up. You can do the bind, but you don't have to. We're going to move a little quicker here. Just one more breath here. Good. Keep the legs. Inhale up, warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Left arm can come behind if you like. Inhale, warrior two. But let's straighten those front legs, palms face the left. Exhale, triangle. Push the hips back. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, reverse triangle. Inhale, proper warrior two. Bend into that front leg, gaze comes to right fingertips. One more breath here. Good, let's windmill the hands down, framing the right foot, lift the left heel, step it back to plank. Don't flow, don't flow. One more breath, inhale. And as you exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Arms are strong, hands are pressing into the mat. One more breath here. When you're ready, inhale, lift the left heel up, reach, 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 and then plant it between your hands. Pivot the back foot, warrior two. So the right toe should be facing that right side. Fingers are reaching away and hands are strong. Sinking a little deeper here. You know the sequence already, but we're going to take the first one and the first bind a little slower, just in case you want to get that nice shoulder stretch. Pushing those hips forward. Let's face the palms to the right. Let's tilt over into side angle on the left. So left arm to left leg, right arm reaches up. Remember, if you want to bind, I'm just going to rotate my left arm underneath so that my back of my left palm is on my glute. I'm going to reach behind my right arm. Again, you don't have to do that. Shoulder is strong, core is tight. Gaze is looking up towards those right fingertips. On that next inhale, let's come back up. Warrior two, right hand down, left arm reaches up for reverse warrior. Inhale back to warrior two, palms face the right, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Sink a little deeper, nice and slow. Straight front leg. Inhaling up, keep that straight leg. Exhale, reverse triangle. Push the hips forward, left fingers reach up. Good, inhale back, warrior two. Flip the palms to face the right. Let's exhale, side angle. Slow that breath pace, try and keep it nice and slow. We're gonna hold this one, just keep breathing, relax here with those hips. Last breath. Keeping the hips down. Let's inhale up, back up to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right arm can come behind, left arm reaches up and over. Inhale back up, straighten the front leg, palms face the right. Exhaling into triangle pose. Don't sink too far down, keep the chest facing forward. Coming up as we inhale, exhale, reverse. That triangle, reaching up and over the left arm. Inhaling back to warrior two. Gaze comes to those left middle fingers. One more breath here. And then we are going to flow. Let's windmill our hands down, framing that left foot. Step it back into plank. Nice big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Modify if you need to. Inhale, lifting up dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Hold for a breath. And then let's drop to our knees and grab a drink. All right, guys. How are you feeling? We're about to do a little more work with the weights. So again, you can have them handy at the top, or you can have them, I have them kind of just framing the top of the side of my mats for easy access for both hands. So we're gonna do a similar pickup that we did the first time. So when you're ready, let's get back into our downward facing dog. I'll give you one more breath to join me. Slow that breath pace down. Good. Let's inhale. Lift the right heel up again. lift that right heel, reach, 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 and I'm gonna plant it between my hands. This is where we pick up the weights. So grab your weights. I'm gonna pivot the back foot on that 45 degrees as I inhale, warrior one. Yes, we are doing warrior ones with weights. You'll notice if your arms are a little in front, it's a lot more work. If the weights are stacked right over your shoulders, it should be fairly easy. Relaxing your shoulders. Make sure you have a firm grip on the weight. We do not want to drop that weight at all. That's it. We're going to hold this one a little longer, so keep sinking those hips down. One more big breath here. Good. I'm going to lift that back left heel, bend into it a little bit. I'm going to come to a single-legged Tadasana. So I'm going to sweep that leg forward, lift the left knee up. I'm going to bring my arms down into like a half bicep position, palms facing up, elbows at 90 degrees. We're going to pulse the weights up here. Core is tight. If you can not balance, you don't always have to do the biceps, or you can just graze that left big toe on the ground. Relax the shoulders, just pulsing up. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the weights by your side. Bring that left foot to meet the right. As we exhale, sink the hips down into a nice Untitled Chapter chair pose. I'm going to bring the weights out in front of me. I'm just going to turn to face you because you're not familiar with this pose. So just keep in mind, we're doing these alligator arms, and no matter what, you want your palms to face the ground. So I'm going to open my left arm out to the front, right arm behind. Okay, that's what it looks like. I'm going to come in and switch. All right, come with me. Keep sinking those hips down. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. Lots of shoulders today, lots of upper back. We need it to keep strong, especially if you're going out to shovel that snow today. Keep sinking those hips down. Let's do 4 more each side. 4, 3. Oh, this is 3. I can count. The cold's getting to my brain. 2 more. Just bring those arms as high as you can. And last one each side. And just hold that chair pose. Bring the weights by your side. Let's sink the hips down even more. Tuck the hips under. One more big breath. And then exhale, straighten legs forward, fold over. You just bring your weights to either side of your mat for the second set. Just a nice little forward fold here. Big toes can come together. Just start leaning your weight a little farther forward into those toes. Try to straighten out the legs. Melt the torso on each exhale. That's it. One more big breath here. And then I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to plant my hands. And if you don't normally jump back, I want you to try to jump back into a nice plank position just to get a little more core activation. Always just step back. One more breath here. Give me another inhale. Exhaling into your downward dog. All right. I didn't warn you, but we've got some push-ups coming up here right now, and we've got some chaturanga push-ups later. So what we're going to do, these are down dog push-ups. So I'm going to dip down, bring my head close to the ground, and come up. So I'm just bending the elbows, letting them splay out side to side. Come with me when you're ready. Just go as far as you're comfortable. So do this as a nice slow motion. Exhale, press up, and just see what your body's comfortable with. We've got 3 more right here. 3, 2, and last one. Good, just find your down dog. One more big breath. All right, second side. Let's inhale, lift the left leg, reach it up, hold it up, reach, 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 reach. Lift that heel to the sky, and then plant that hand, that foot between the hands. Grab those weights, pivot the back foot on that 45 degrees. And on that next inhale, let's come up warrior one. Weights should be right over shoulder, hips are facing forward. Relaxing the shoulders into their sockets. Melting here. That's it, nice little relaxation. This is the calm before the storm that you know is coming for those arms. Especially since I warned you about our other push-ups. Just one more big breath here. And I'm gonna lift that back heel up. And we're gonna go in that single leg Tadasana. So I'm gonna bring my right knee up, straighten that left leg, and then I'm gonna bring my arms down, palms facing up again for that bicep position. I'm just gonna turn to face you so you can see what I'm doing. This time we're gonna rotate out and in. It's okay if the weights touch your belly, keeping the shoulders relaxed. So we're working our rotator cuff here. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and releasing. Thing we don't do often, so I thought I'd throw it in here. Helps strengthen and stabilizing that shoulder joint. 2 more. External and internal. 1 more. Good. Release the hands. Release the right leg down. Sink those hips, chair pose again. Palms come in front of you, facing each other. We're doing those alligator arms again. Lift the right leg, arm up, left arm behind. Gently, slowly kiss the weights in the center and switch sides. Keep that shoulder down. See if you can lift a little higher, especially in that posterior plane. Not a plane we work in often. That's it. Keep breathing. Sink those hips down a little bit more. We're only going to do 2 more each side right here. That's it. Just make sure you finish balance. I've got 1 more each side. Here's my right side. And left. Hold the chair, sink those hips, sink them down as far as you can. Tuck those hips. 1 more big breath here. As you exhale, fold forward. You can release the weights. We won't use them anymore, so you can put them off to the side. Just 1 more breath. We won't hold this as long. I'm going to plant the hands again. Bend the knees a little bit. See if you want to practice your little hop back into that plank. Full cycle of breath here. And when you're ready, let's flow. Exhaling, lowering down to Chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up, dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Just hold. One more big breath. When you're ready, let's inhale to plank. I recommend dropping your knees. We're doing 10 Chaturanga push-ups. If you're feeling strong, you can start on your toes. So you just want to make sure your hands are below your shoulders, so you may have to just sink those hips down. And all a Chaturanga push-up is we're lowering down like we would Chaturanga, but then we got to press up like a push-up. This is just a little core activation. We want to make sure those elbows stay near our torso. Are you ready? Let's take a nice big inhale here. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, press up. Good. 9. 8. Woo, I'm feeling that already. 7. 6. Go as low as you can. 5. Keep those hips down, core tight. You've got it. 3 more. 3. 2. Keep those shoulders down if you can. Last 1. Good. Press it back into child's pose. Narrow leg, child's pose. Drop the forehead. Hands come by the side of your legs, palm facing up. Just let the shoulders rotate down. Breathing here. Whew. Those triceps are working hard today. Just one more breath here. And when you're ready, let's just come up. We're going to go on to our backs. We don't have too much left, just a little bit of core. But I'll let you get a quick drink of water if you'd like before we roll over. Maybe a little towel off if you need it. And then meet me on your back. A little mini Shavasana here. I'm going to give you one more breath to meet me here. When you're ready, let's inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, sit up all the way, nice tall L shape. Exhale, fold over. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhale, slowly lower all the way to the ground. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, fold over in front of you. Grab those toes if you can. Inhaling, L shape. Exhaling down. Good. Last full one. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, L position. Exhaling down. Let's just inhale back up to that L position. And then I'm going to bend my legs here. You can bring your hands down. We're going to do a little Navasana twist. If you've got a weaker core, you're tired, and you want to take the hands holding your legs up variation, you don't have to twist. So let's inhale, starting with Navasana position number 1. Bent legs, hands supporting. Remember, you can stay here the whole time. Option 2, hands out in front. And then option 3, you can always straighten those legs. If you've let go of your hands, we're going to do a little twist. I'm going to bring my right hand's right by my side. Maybe only your right finger touches. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale up. Good. Core is tight. Just follow this pace. If you need a little break, you can always just grab those legs. Try not to put those feet down, okay? We want to work that core. That's it, guys. Let's just do one more each side. Then we'll just meet in a regular Navasana. We're all in Navasana. Let's bring our hands down shoulder height. Pinch the shoulder blades together. Lift the chest. Just one more breath here. And let's straighten the legs. Bring them down if you have to adjust. And we're going to come all the way back onto our backs. I know, my favorite part. We're almost there. We're just going to do a few leg lifts. So I usually do leg drops, so I start at the top, but we're going to start from the bottom. So I like to make my little diamond shape here, put it under my sacrum, just to support my back. So we're just going to lift one leg at a time. So notice how I'm putting my heels on the ground. If you want to work harder, you keep your feet hovering the entire time. If this is hard on your back, you can bend your knees in and lift to a straight leg, okay? So it's okay to be bent when you're down, but straight leg. So whenever you're ready, let's start here. Let's start hovering around the ground. Lift your right leg up, coming back down. Left leg up. Slow and controlled is the key here. You can point your toes if you like. I find this extra little focus, extra little contraction, good distraction for my mind. Let's keep that lower back pressed into the mat. We're going to do 4 more each side right here. 4. Keep breathing. Use that breath. Control it down. 3. You've got it, guys. Remember, you can always put the feet down if you have to. 2. Doing 1 more each side. Beautiful. Releasing both legs down. If your hands are underneath, walk them out. I'm going to bend both knees again. Let the legs fall apart. Soles of the feet come together. Your hands can be by your side, or if you'd like for this Shavasana, you can put your hands on your inner thighs. I find this is also a nice little release for those hip flexors, which we just worked as well. And at this point, we're getting close to finish. So if you'd like to keep your eyes closed, especially if you have a light overhead, please feel free to do so. If you've lost your slow, steady breath, find it again here. Let it help calm and relax you getting ready for our practice end. One more big breath here. We're just going to finish with a nice little spinal twist. So when you're ready, inhale both knees back up. We're going to bring our arms out to a nice T position. I'm going to walk my both feet to the edge of my mat on the right side. So my right foot's on the edge of the mat and my left foot's just next to it. I'm going to let both legs fall over to the left. All right, and I'm looking over my right shoulder. If you want to go deeper, you can lift the left leg on top of that right thigh, adding a little extra weight to twist a little deeper. That's it. Two more big breaths here, just letting yourself relax and melt. And last one, nice big inhale. Let it all go, exhale. If that left leg is up on the right leg, bring it that down, bring the legs back to center. And now I'm gonna walk my feet back to center, bring the hips back to center just to let your spine realign for a second. And then walk just the left foot to the outside of your mat and then bring the right foot to scooch up. So your feet are on the left, the arms are still in a T position. As you take your next exhale, let the knees both fall towards the right side this time, and then we're going to look towards the left. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, and you always have that option to lift the right leg on top of the left, helping deepen that twist just a little bit more. That's it. Enjoying and relaxing. Just letting everything melt here. Taking those slow breaths, inhaling and melting as you exhale. Give me just one last breath. And if you've got that right leg on top, I'm going to bring it back down, knees back up to the sky, walk the feet and move the hips. And then let's just come into our nice Shavasana pose, palms facing up. Eyes are closed, ankles are loose. All our muscles are just relaxing. Remember, we're not holding on to anything, no thoughts, no tension. Just focus on your inhales and your exhales, keeping them slow and deep. I know I focus a lot on the breath, but I find it such a calming aspect. It's that purifying air, that breath of life. That is so enjoyable. Just making any adjustments you need to. These are short 40-minute classes, so just remember you can always stay here and finish the class in Shavasana if you'd like. No harm in that. But if you prefer not to finish in Shavasana, just got a few more breaths here. So make them your biggest, deepest, fullest breaths yet. Last breath, if you will come with me and move. So like I said, please feel free to stay here in Shavasana. Otherwise, the rest of us are going to lift our left arm overhead and roll onto the left side body this time. Just a quick little transition pose, cradling the head and the bicep, right palm comes to the ground. So you can press yourself up into any comfortable seated position. I always choose my knees, but you can be cross-legged. It doesn't matter as long as you can sit up nice and tall. No matter where you are, we're going to keep our eyes closed or downcasted. Relax those shoulders, and let's bring the palms together at heart center. thanking ourselves for this practice. Hopefully your core and your arms got a good workout, as well as the rest of your body got a little bit of a nice stretch with today's yoga sculpt. Remember, you can always leave a comment in the chat if you want to let me know what you want to work on strength-wise next week or flexibility-wise. As always, thank you for you and your fellow yogis for sharing in your energies and your practice with me. I hope you have a great day. Delighting me, delighting you. Namaste. So whenever you're ready to move, please do so gently. Don't forget to grab some water, and I hope you have a wonderful day.